If I hear Bam Bam say that he don't hang out with gay guys like that one more time, I'ma scream. But since I know I'ma hear it one more time, what's the deal, y'all? This be your boy Scotty, and we're here for my review on the Real Housewives Child, the Come Up Miami season 1, episode 3. So let's get right on into this shit, okay? Now we open up with Javier and Bam Bam, okay? Now apparently Javier and Bam Bam get along quite well, and Javir's the only person that Bam Bam really likes like that. And to me, I kind of understand because Javier has this kind of energy that Bam Bam needs. He has this cool, calm, collective type of energy. And being that Bam Bam is always so rah-rah, he needs to have that energy around him to calm his ass the fuck down, pretty much. He pretty much talks about the fight once more. I hope we don't keep talking about this fight between him and Sean because I'm kind of tired of talking about it myself. And he basically explains his situation, his part of it. And Javier understood where Bam Bam was coming from, which I also understood where Bam Bam was coming from. I said it in my previous 2 recaps. But I do feel like there's a way to handle certain things, and I do feel like Bam Bam took it way overboard. Like, yeah, granted, you don't like for nobody to touch your face. I understand it, but you ain't gotta act like that. You know what I mean? The boy didn't have no ill intent. He just overly touchy-feely, whatever. Then he went on to talk about the conversation with Jamal and how everything went well, how they were all understanding of him, and he just wants to make sure that nobody thinks that this is the only thing that he does. Like, all he do is come at the fight and all this other stuff. He don't want nobody to feel like that's all he do. And I understand that because sometimes when people see one part of you, they really think that that's who you are like all the damn time, and nobody wants to be in that predicament. So I understand that quite well. So he was like, hopefully, we all get together again and they're gonna hang out, and then hopefully him and Sean get to have a conversation and they can rectify. Okay, so at this point we already know that Sean Dion is a YouTuber quite like myself, and he's filming a YouTube show at this point. It was with another nice looking light skinned guy, and I don't remember exactly what the name of the show is, but I know, and I don't remember what the boy name was who was on the show with him, but they were talking about threesomes and shit like that. And Sean Dion was basically saying that he's a content creator. He's been doing it inconsistently for 2 years, but consistently for a year. And to be honest, I can see Sean as a YouTuber. Honestly, I can see Sean have a podcast. He has the voice for that. Like, if you really just hear the way he talk, I can hear him like podcasting, being on the radio. He got this type of soothing ass voice that I can hear on the radio. So I think him doing YouTube could really do wonders for him, and I hope he continues to do YouTube and just be consistent with it, because consistency takes you a long way. Trust and believe me, I know. I'm feeling it right now. Like, I've been doing this. This month will make 10 years. On the 27th of this month, it will make 10 years me being on here. And 2020 was the year that I decided to take it seriously. And I decided to be more consistent. And I have seen a lot of growth being consistent. Like, it's a slow process, but I've been growing faster than I have over the last couple of years. So I can attest that to me being more consistent with my videos. So just continue to be consistent, and if you want to, move into a podcast, because you got the voice for it. Trust and believe me on it. So Bam Bam and his sister were having a conversation. It was basically an emotional conversation where he really went into depth about his past with his mom and how she's in jail and for a lot of the illegal things that she did in Honduras, and how he was the favorite of the family, but once she went to jail, everybody threw him away, and he was out on the street and he had to get it on his own. Nobody wanted to fuck with him. And I honestly think that because of that, I think that's why he's very standoffish with people. He don't trust people because he don't want to get too close to people, because he feels like once he gets close to a person, they're going to throw him away like his own family did. And sometimes that can be the case. It's just like when I do videos and when people be coming at me, sometimes they don't really be coming at me, but sometimes I take it as if they are, because I've been so used to people coming at me. And anytime I think you're trying to attack me, Bitch, I'm coming for your motherfucking head. I might be wrong, but sometimes I be feeling like I'm right in the fucking situation. I don't give a fuck. I'm coming. So, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. So I do get exactly where he's coming from. But I think that he needs to go see a therapist. And this ain't no joke. This is just real talk. I think he would benefit from going to see a therapist, because a third party talking to you who don't know your situation, it would be better for you. Trust me, I've been to therapy. I've seen a mental health specialist and all of this stuff, because last year was a horrible year for me, and I had to go back and see. I had to go back once I went through all of that, because I have been in situations where I've attempted suicide. I've had low self-esteem. I've battled with depression. It's like I've been bullied in school, like I was bullied in high school and middle school. So I'm always on guard. I don't really trust people. And it's like, sometimes when you go to therapy, it kind of cleanses you up in a sense, like mentally. It kind of cleanses you up, and it kind of gives you a different type of perspective. So I think that when it comes down to Bam Bam and his mental, I don't want to say mental because I don't want him to think that I'm coming for him, because I'm really not. I'm really being very sincere and genuine. This is like, fuck the camera, fuck the entertainment shit that I do on here. This is some real shit. He does need to go see a therapist, and he does need to let that shit go, because if he don't let it go, he gonna walk around with a chip on his shoulder for the rest of his life. And walking around being on guard all the time and having a chip on your shoulder is not the way you want to be. Trust me. Take it from me, it's not. So go see somebody. So Jamal invites Miles and Prince to an event. And like I said, I like Jamal, I like Prince, and I like Miles. I like all three of them. They have different type of vibes, and I really feel like if I was on a show like that, I would get along with them. Bam Bam, I don't know. But I would get along with them, because they have that same type of cool, relaxed type of vibe. You know what I mean? Like, they all about having fun, drinking and eating. They ain't got time for the drama, because I know this bitch right here ain't got time for it. So Prince starts talking about the drama between him, his boyfriend, and his boyfriend's best friend. And apparently the boyfriend best friend is an experiencer. And what I mean by experiencer, he's the type of person that like to dib and dab. He say he's straight, but he like to suck dick. He say he's straight, but he like to do shit like this in front of another man. He say he's straight, but he like to be in gay men's bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, like that's the type of shit he likes to do. And quite frankly, I don't think that he's straight. I think that he's a gay ass, sexually fluid ass man. That's what I think. And when he's honest with himself, the world would be so much better. Javier and Bam Bam, they arrive late, and they kind of get together, and I think that Jamal is like fresh air, like a breath of fresh air, pretty much. Like, and I really believe that I like him a lot, because we're pretty much the same age. He's 30, I'm 31. We have grown a lot, seen a lot, done a lot. Probably gonna do some more shit. And I just feel like he gets it. All he wants to do is have fun and just relax and live life. And I feel like everybody need to have that same type of mindset, to be honest. Like, who got time to be sitting around here being in drama, all this whack ass shit? Nobody. So they start playing the Never Have I Ever game. And child, that's one game out the test, because it ain't nothing that I haven't done yet, child. But then when it came down to Miles, he started talking about what he does. And, he's pretty much a sex worker, pretty much. Like, he is a cam model. And, when you do stuff like what Miles do, you do get people that give it like a lowbrow type of thing, or they kind of give a judgmental tone when they talk about it, because they don't understand. Me being around different people in my neighborhood and seeing people and growing up with certain type of people, it's like, whatever floats your boat, floats your motherfucking boat. Long as the motherfucker don't hit an iceberg and sink, you do your own damn thing. And I'm glad that Miles is very confident in himself and in his own skin to not give a fuck about what nobody got to say about what he do. Because if you gonna do what you do, you better own what you do and keep it moving. You cannot live for another motherfucker. You got to live for your goddamn self, okay? But that's pretty much it with that. I would say that this was a pretty good episode. It wasn't a lot of drama, which was fine with me. And I liked it. You know what I mean? Like, I think Karan is doing the damn thing with the Come Up Miami, okay? Like, this is a pretty solid cast. It's very balanced. Everybody ain't with the rah-rah shit. Everybody, it's not draining, you know what I mean? Like, That's how I feel. And he got some mature individuals. You probably got one person that could be labeled the antagonist, and that's Bam Bam. But other than that, they got great stories. They got genuine moments, and I really like these guys. I want to do interviews with them. I know more than likely me and Giving You the Real Tea and Bubs the God will probably do interviews with these people. So if y'all want to do an interview, let me know right now. If I know some of y'all follow me on Instagram, but you know, if you want to hit me up for an interview, you can go ahead and do that, and I get together with Giving You the Real Tea and Bubs the God, and the three of us come in together, and we'll interview you, we'll discuss it and all this other stuff. So with that being said, I'm out of here. Shout outs to Giving You the Real Tea, by the way, my brother Terrence, and my YouTube husband. He's so fine, and he from Detroit, and I just love me some Brandon. I know him as Brandon, not Bubs the God. I know him personally. I know him as Brandon. So shout out to Bubs the God. With that being said, you guys, I'm out here until my next video. I'll see y'all later. Peace out!